Larry Kavanagh, the build-up to an All-Ireland club final at its peak, I suppose, today with a meet and greet and sharing the excitement with the young players.
Yeah, hopefully this is the peak of it and all that. We can get back to, we've lost a week with the snow, so hopefully we can do this today, do this exercise, let the fans meet the players and whatever, and do our bit of press stuff, and then get back and get a bit of serious work done during the week. So
preparing for an All-Ireland club final in a club like Nemo, how would you describe, I suppose there's a lot of experience to reflect on. How does that get incorporated into your preparation?
Well, it's just good to have the experience that we do. People aren't panicking. We don't have to go out and reinvent the wheel now, fellas. Now go say, we're in All-Ireland final, we have to do X, Y and Z different. You don't. You just have to do the basics again, repeat what you've been doing. And it helps, as I said earlier, that they have the likes of Stephen O'Brien and Joe Kavanagh who've gone to All-Ireland finals and won All-Ireland finals, that they can look across the line and see these guys are just doing the same. So as a player, you're hoping if they're doing the same, all I have to do is the same as well, win my ball, take my opportunities when they come, and hopefully that'll suffice on the day.
And Larry, players will obviously want to take their place in the history books, and Nemo, they seem pretty level-headed about it all, talking to them here today.
Yeah, they are. They're a very level-headed bunch. We've said it to them. I mean, you can't go hiding from Ryder. You can't kind of put the head down and say, we're afraid to make history. You have to reference it and say, lads, we haven't won it since 2003. But we don't want to kill it either. Otherwise, people just clamp up and they won't play. It's there. You reference it. You don't hide them away from it. You tell them that we haven't won an All-Ireland in 15 years. You tell them that we need an All-Ireland. And like going into the semi-final, we told them we had to win it because we haven't got to an All-Ireland final in 10 years. That puts a bit of pressure on them. But then you take it back off them again and say, well, you're definitely not going to win it if you don't play. So you let them know the seriousness of it. But by the same token, it's not life or death either. You have to go out and play, and they have to be able to express themselves. And if you put too much pressure on them, people won't play. You have to just tell them, you're doing it since you're 8 years of age. You don't have to do anything different again. Just get out and get the ball, pass it, put it over the bar, win the game. Simple, really.
Simple, really. So a simple plan for a side like Corofin. What do you make of them?
Yeah, they're a good side. I'm hoping it'll be a good game of football. They've got six or 8 good forwards. They seem to be good midfielders. They seem to be a good kick-passing side. Whether they'll do anything exceptional, I don't know. I don't really care either. We can adapt to what they do. We don't overcomplicate it. We don't go for mass defences. We just go and try to play it to our strengths, try to play it fast, try to move the ball. Hopefully the open spaces of Croke Park will suit us. Maybe they'll suit them. We don't know. But look, we're just not going to overcomplicate it. We're just going to go and play.
Quite a few parallels between Corofin and Nemo, I suppose, with the success both clubs have had. Your paths to the final, the semi-final, what edge do you think they might have on Nemo?
Well, the most recent 5 years, I suppose, they've been more prolific than we have. They've got the All-Ireland in 2015. We haven't been there, as I say, since 2008. So they have that edge in us. But look, it's not something that we're going to over elaborate on. Schlochneil had that edge in us, and it didn't do them any good. I don't mean it in a bad way. But same with Crokes, they had been, when we played them in the Munster final, I think it was their third in 4 years. I haven't got the stats right. But look, that didn't overawe us on those occasions, so I don't think it will either today. So.
Well, look, in terms of professional or personal ambition, staying on for the extra year to see this group through, hopefully, to the final hurdle.
Yeah, I don't know, was it a personal thing? It was just a whole group thing. Us as a group of selectors said, but look, we hadn't done ourselves justice, but losing in a county semi-final wasn't way to go. So we sat down at a few points, said, could we go again? Was the hunger there? And it was. And once the hunger's there, that's sufficient. The players, there was no heave against us anyway. But look, they knew that we could just, we lost no one. The whole group stayed together, which is great. Some fellas, we haven't got 30 happy players out there, but at least they could respect what we were trying to do, and they all stayed on board. And look, hopefully we'll reap the rewards on Saturday.